Okay, so the question is, when do I think the test will be on this chapter? So the answer to that question is, we're starting lesson 4-6, which is today, but I think that'll take us 3 days. And then there's 4-7, which will take us 1. So that would be Monday. And then we always do 4 days for review and test included. So that would put the test next Friday. That's where I'm looking. That's the earliest it will be. Well, I can't say that.
Review guide on Friday this week?
No, we have. Oh, you want to know if I could give it to you early?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I can.
Yeah, because I know we wouldn't know all the sections, but we can at least start with stuff we do know.
Let me myself know.
We did that last time, and I felt like it helped me.
Yeah, definitely need that actually we study early.
What?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, put that away. Whatever you're putting away. Nothing. Homework.
So right, unless we just like study at.
Okay, so we are going to do a little voodoo math magic today.
What have we got? Like 3 more tests in this class?
2.
2 or 3 potentially. Depends on the time.
Depends if you count the AP test or not.
We got chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6.
And we don't have an exam.
No.
Well, they do make us go study.
We don't have exams?
We don't have
No, but
exam.
the exam really is the AP test.
I'm so happy we don't have the exams, so I don't have to restudy them.
But you should restudy everything we learned because
I was
you need
gonna
to
say,
for the
we
AP
should be
test.
restudying
Guess
anyway.
what?
Okay,
I won't do well, bro.
so
Yeah, with that attitude, no, you won't.
I'm not studying for the AP test.
I just.
we are talking about doing integrals. So we're going to spend most of our time on indefinite integrals, which is another name for a what? Antiderivative. Right? It's another name for an
Oh,
antiderivative.
I already know that.
You're going to use this with definite integrals also. I just don't want to take the time to do it. So there's a process called U substitution that I'm going to teach you, which undoes the chain rule. So we've kind of.
Does that mean the AP test does it with definite integrals?
Yeah. Will it be on your homework with definite integrals? Probably, but you know how to do the fundamental theorem. So let me just review with you. If I said, hey, let's do the integral of the 3x squared dx. You don't even have to write this down if you don't want to. What is it?
X cubed plus C.
X cubed plus c, right? It's antiderivative. So I'm giving you derivative, you're going backwards. So then if I said, whoops, that's integral of cosine x dx, what would that be?
Sin X plus C.
So you guys remember you're working backwards. So I'm giving you the answer and you're giving me what it was. So this is the derivative. What is the original? Sines and cosines are tricky because they all mix up in your head, but the derivative of what is cosine? That's what you're asking me. Okay, how about this one? Okay. Absolute value of x plus c. Dx. When you do its antiderivative. Yep. How about the integral of e to the x? E to the x plus c.
Are there any other absolute values?
Nope. I lied. Nothing that you have to worry about right now. So these are all pretty normal. We can even do ones like this that maybe are a little less normal. So let's say we've got 12x squared dx.
Okay, stuff like this on the test. 4x cubed.
Why is it 4x cubed? Because 4 to, right, you know that when you take the derivative of this, 4 times 3 is the 12, where that comes from. Okay, so you can do these. U substitution is a process that helps you with complicated ones that have come from the chain rule. Okay, so U substitution, I'm not writing the whole word out, undoes a chain rule. Now, I want to pause and say to you, there is a process for undoing product rule, which we do not cover in this class. It is a calculus 2 topic, and that we end this class before we would cover that. It's called integration by parts. You don't have to worry about it, but just in case it crosses your mind, for undoing chain rule, what about the other things? This is all that this is the farthest this one goes. So let's see what I want to start with. So these are more complicated, pretty much is what we're going to get into here. So let's say we have something that looks like this. Some of these, now I'm going to say to you, some of these you're going to be like, I can do this in my head. That's fine, so can I. But there will be some where it will hurt your brain so much that you need to learn U substitution.
So it's 7.
That is a 7 up on the top. Okay, so even if, I'm obviously not starting you with as hard as it gets, because that would be mean. We'll start with not as easy as it gets. This isn't too bad, honestly. Okay, so U substitution, this is kind of voodoo math, but it's illegal voodoo math. U substitution says, hey, we're going to magic up a variable. Okay, and we're going to say, and this variable wants to be the inside function. So, when we're doing chain rule, that's all about multiplying by the derivative of the inside function. Okay, so in this one, what's your inside function? 5 plus natural log x. Whoops, natural log. I always end up writing them as h's. 5 plus natural log x. Now, what you do, so do you guys get me? Like this is not anything brilliant here. It's the inside function. What you're going to do is take the derivative of both sides. And it's kind of a little implicity. Okay, don't freak out on that. It's super easy. Don't worry about it. So the derivative of this is going to be du dx. It's not implicit. I lied. Okay, du dx. The reason it's du dx is because u is our y variable and x is our x variable. So usually we would write dy dx, right? This is du dx. Okay, and I'm going to make this super simple for you in a minute, so don't freak out about this. So what's the derivative? Now, this is where there's a little voodoo. This guy is allowed to be separated. So really would like this dx to be over on the left side, so we're going to multiply both sides by dx. So we have du equals 1 over x dx. This happens every time we do U substitution. So we're just gonna skip this step from now on. We're just gonna start writing it like this: du 1 over x dx. We're skipping the step of multiplying.
But for the AP test, we have to show that U
Nope.
equals that.
You have to show no, you don't even have to. This is just a strategy.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have to write the du over dx?
Nope. So I would, if it was me doing this, because I know what I'm doing, I would go directly from this to this. Because it's always going to be du equals the derivative times dx. Always.
Okay.
Okay. Now, here's why this is called U substitution. So it's U substitution because it's a U. You can use whatever letter you want, though. It doesn't matter. We are going to take this guy, and he's currently in terms of x's. We're going to substitute all of the things so that we no longer have x's, we have u's. Okay, so I shouldn't have picked this one, but that's okay. So this is 5 plus natural log x to the 7th times 1 over x. Would you agree with me? Because this is divide by x, just like we were doing on our warm-up today. Dividing by x is the same as multiplying by 1 over x. Now, this just makes it easier for us to do. So, observe this substitution. I'll see if I can color code for you. These two things together are right here. right? That's a 1 over x and a dx, and they're multiplied together because this whole mess is multiplied. So I can take those two out and replace them with du. Now, I'm doing this in 2 steps, but I really would do it in 1 because it would be a 1-stepper because you would just do it in 1 step. Okay, I cannot do anything with this right now because I do not have same variables here. This is a du, this is a dx. Those have to match. Okay, so let's finish the substitution. This 5 plus natural log x is equal to u. Okay, so this is going to be replaced with u. So this integral becomes u to the 7th du. Okay, I'm going to pause you right there and ask if you have any questions.
I gotta think about this for a second.
Okay,
Let me just think.
It's always gonna happen.
What is,
it's always going to happen.
what does that do?
Just wait a minute. Okay, I'm seeing if you have any questions on what I did so far.
Then you subtract that big guy.
So u is just the whole inside.
U is the whole inside.
And the 1 over x.
The 1 over x dx is equal to du. So you're always going to be able, because of how you started, okay, because of how you started with the u, you're always going to be able to pull out some x things and replace with some u things, and we'll always be able to get it all in terms of u. Okay, now the reason for this is David's question. Wouldn't you rather do this antiderivative than this antiderivative? What's the antiderivative of u to the 7th?
1/8 u to the 8th.
It is 1/8 u to the 8th plus c. It's plus c. And then you put your u back in. So your final answer would be 1/8 of 5 plus natural log of x to the 8th plus c.
You could have got this really evil method. Yeah.
I feel like this is helpful.
I feel like there's no reason to do it.
Correct, but they're gonna get more complicated. Okay, so the idea, I don't know if this was Caleb thinking, like you can logic your way through this one. You could be to here and you could be like, oh, I know that 1 over x came from the derivative of the inside, so I'm just gonna bump the power up 1 and put a 1/8. You can logic your way through this, but there are definitely ones where, let me say it this way. This is significantly simpler, and we will get to ones where this is a little more difficult, this antiderivative, and so it's worthwhile to make it simpler. Avery, question.
Will it always never just be in the inside function and stuff?
Always is a long time. So just wait a second, okay? Let's go with that. Just a second. What's your question?
So, for showing our work, we need to show what our u value is. Right?
This is usually, if, no.
Not even for the AP test, we don't need to have that, like proof that we know that u equals that. If we use u in our stuff.
No, because this would most likely be in the multiple choice section. And if it wasn't, then it's part of a process to do something else. And they're not going to give you a partial credit for that. It would be like you either got it or you didn't. Okay, so let's try. I'm trying to make one that's not terrible here for you. Let's try an easy one at first, okay? And then let's make it less easy. Okay, so let's say we have the integral of negative 8x cubed over negative 2x to the 4th plus 5 to the 5th dx. Okay, so let me talk you through this now that I showed you one. Hope you can be like, okay.
Do we have to move things up?
You will have to move things up. Okay, so first of all, what's the u?
-2 x to the 4 plus 5.
Yep. Okay, nope, because the inside function is just the inside function. Okay, so not to the 5th. So you're going to do the derivative, but you're just going to label it du. So what's the derivative of u?
The derivative or negative?
The derivative of u.
X.
Negative
-8.
x a third.
Derivative, not anti.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. And then dx.
Oh, yeah, derivative. Oh, that's me.
Yep. So from u, this is a derivative here, is what you do. You're doing a derivative. Now you can look around. This is easier than the last one because it's all there. Right? Here is this mess that's equal to what? du. Here's this that's equal to u. So after you perform your substitution, you should have 1 over u to the 5th du.
You can't have du under u to the 5th.
No.
You have to put the 1.
It can't be du over u to the 5th.
Why would you do that to yourself? You can.
Because that's how the problem looks
That's just how I do
originally.
the math in my head. It's
Doesn't
dx
come
times-
out-
Oh, because you're taking, well, listen, you guys, you can separate any fraction, right? So let me say this, like, let's say you had 2 divided by 3. That's the same as 1/3 times 2, right?
Yeah.
So just slide the top off. So if you slide the top of this off, it's a du. There's a 1 left on there because it's the 1 times x to the 8. You can put the du on the top if you want, but a lot of people would look at this and be like, what the heck? What do I even do with that u to the 5th?
Pull it on
Why do we know that the u's on the bottom instead of the?
Where is the u right here?
in the starting equation.
Starting equation, it's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Where did you have all your work?
It's over here.
Oh,
What about for this one? For this one, it was on the top.
because it was on the top up here. There was no.
It's the thing in parentheses.
Because it's the thing in
The
parentheses.
inside function.
There
There
was
was
has to go parentheses.
It's the thing in parentheses is the u.
Or like if it were like a cosine and then somebody grabbed it.
So anything, okay, because the parentheses indicate chain rule.
Yes,
What
correct.
if there was 2? What if top and bottom had? Is that not possible?
You'd have to do like a
Okay. What is, if we're going to do this antiderivative, what do you have to do with this? Move it up, so it would be what?
u to the -5.
U to the -5 du. Now, what is the antiderivative of u to the -5?
Negative
1 over
6.
Well, positive, negative 1 over 6 u to the 6.
No,
It's 4.
Oh, yeah.
Negative 1 over u to the 6.
no, it's 4.
Yeah,
I'm crying.
Because you go up 1.
Should be up there. Run deep, guys.
Okay, and then put the u back. And I'm going to do a couple of steps here. I'm going to put the u back and move the u to the bottom because that's where he's supposed to be. So -1 over 4, put the u back, x to the 4th plus 5 to the 4th.
I'm gonna read that plus these. Do you take off every point for forgetting it? You take off.
It's 1 point every time it's supposed to be there.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, but if
1
you do
point
the
per
parentheses, then
problem.
it's like 30.
Right?
30 points.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you do this one without me talking to you, and then we'll see if we can make it a little bit more difficult.
It's okay, Gary. I'll talk you through it.
Let's do.
You said that sounded kind of silly.
That's a 36.
I didn't mean it in any provocative way, so. Please forgive me. Keep Mr. Mackey.
Okay, try that. And if you have a question, you're not sure, because it's the first time I'm having you do this without talking in your ear, you let me know.
I have a question. Can you use the rules to say that they're two things multiplied by each other and make them two separate? Because why wouldn't you just do
No,
that?
because that rule doesn't work for multiplication.
I thought it said.
Only if it's a constant.
Uh,
And you don't want to, that you want to do the use substitution first and then do any rearranging.
okay.
What?
So this becomes.
Okay. He was always, well,
Product tool.
just realize that there are things
So we
that you
get rid of
don't
the C on
know.
the
And we
DU.
just
That's
did
not
the
the C on the
easiest
DU.
I'm
thing.
trying to figure out what it is.
Just do the problem and we'll get to it.
You're just subbing
trying to figure out what there could possibly be.
Why is there a CX on it?
So I'm running to probably
I'm
first.
thinking about the other thing and dx. Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging it.
Negative 8x cubed dx. So that goes away. Makes you with 1 du.
Oh, bro, I did anti-derivatives. Why am I doing an anti-derivative?
So they replace du.
That makes sense why.
It's 1 du. What's 1 times du? Du. Because 1 times anything itself. Plus c.
I got this far. And do I just bring that down and it'd be
With the integral. You gotta leave your integral sign in the front because you haven't done that yet.
what haven't I done?
The
Oh,
integral. That's why I gotta leave the sign.
I don't understand.
Integrate.
David, you forgot.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
So I don't. I can wait. Never mind. I confused myself because I put du in the front instead of
Yes.
the back.
Yeah, it should be in there.
Is that wrong?
I
to have
mean,
it in the
it's
front?
not wrong to have
It's just how we don't normally have it there. So
Right.
It's just because I looked where the negative 15 was and I just substituted it there instead of back.
Okay, so let's go final answer. What do you think is the final answer on this?
Plus that.
I definitely did something wrong.
Okay, so we know that u should be what? So I'll talk you through in case you didn't get it right. What's u? Negative 3 x to the 5th minus 1. Okay. What's du then? Dx. Okay, so here's these two. Order of multiplication doesn't matter. So there's where the du goes. Like these guys go away and you're replaced with du. And then this guy is your u. So this is u to the 5th. So this should be the integral you are doing. The integral of u to the 5th. Okay, now power up 1. So it goes u to the 6th. But there's no 6 out in front. So it's got to be a 1/6 there. Okay, so it would be 1/6 u to the 6th plus c, and then you replace your u. Okay, let's try one more at that level, and then we're going to jump it up.
I'm assuming if you didn't,
Do we have to show?
go ahead.
Sorry. Do we have to show all of that stuff to get all the points on the question?
Okay.
I feel like that was already asked and answered.
I was trying to figure it out still.
Bro, that was like 10 minutes ago.
I'm assuming if we don't use the substitution, we can still
So,
figure out the derivative.
No, you don't need to show it like
For the antiderivative.
Can you say that again? Because there's yapping.
If we didn't use substitution, we would still be able to find out the antiderivative.
I can do it in my head. You can do it in your head. But it's also going to get harder.
Yeah,
She also said, don't take off your shoes right now.
So what would you recommend showing for work on your tests?
Yeah,
Just
but you're a
make sure we
rebel,
get, like,
right? You're a
all,
rebel.
like,
All this. Because this will, like, if you showed me this, I can follow your reasoning.
She said that we that was supposed to work. What did go slide?
Okay, try this one. That's 2/3 right there to the 2/3 power. Try this one, and hopefully this will be smoother than the previous, and then we'll move on to something that's harder because it does get harder.
Wow. Life sure is sweet.
Do we even need to find du? I feel like du is kind of stupid.
It's just staying.
Hear it. It's going to get harder. Write it down.
Well, we just get rid of du though. Well, do we ever come here? I gotta show you.
No, you don't. It's in your problem. It should be in your problem.
Look.
du is saying you gotta do the integral.
But it's right
That's
here.
But then we
But
get rid of
every integral has to have a d whatever. That's an appropriate integral.
So I
If
just
you
imagine
don't-
it's there and then it's gone.
It goes
it's
away
just, it's
when
just
you're
there to
doing
show my
it.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that just the way of saying do the antiderivative? It's like
Oh.
But instead of saying multiply, you don't write multiply, you put
Oh, it.
a little thingamabob.
Wait, I just learned a life hack. I don't even have to think about the derivative on these ones because I already know it's gonna be in the problem.
Hopefully.
Be careful.
Okay.
It's not a full life hack, okay?
Okay, then I'm never gonna say that ever. I'm never gonna do that ever again.
I was thinking the same thing, though.
These are the ones that you can do in your head because of that.
Yeah, I mean, my question for the last problem was saying, I don't even see how I would get 1/6.
That's not very cultural material.
Do you want me to explain that to you again? It's always the reciprocal that gets multiplied. The reciprocal of your power goes out front. So if you have a 6, the reciprocal of 6 is 1/6.
I know, I mean, like with the negative 15.
How do you do 2/3, bro? I'm so bad at this feat.
I don't know. When you were doing like 10 of these a day, it was easy, but now I'm trying to think.
I don't understand your question.
You went also. Who's getting is 3 halves?
It's not 3 halves.
I meant that.
Okay. What's the answer? Final answer on this?
3/5 divided to the 5/5.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. Plus C. I'm just plus C. There you go.
Okay. Please be quiet. So you guys, again, this is an easy one. Don't get so excited that you're like, I don't have to show all the work because I can do it. I told you we're starting with the easy ones. What is du?
20x cubed
dx. So nicely, I put those together so you can be like, hey, there's the du. So when you do this, it should be the integral of u to the 2/3 du. Okay, now, to do the antiderivative of that, power up 1. So that's 5/3 because 2/3 plus 1 would be 3/3, right?
and then do the reciprocal.
Yep, so 5/3. And then it's always the reciprocal. I was just saying that to Remington. Okay, it's always the reciprocal. So 5/3 u to the, 3/5 of the u thing to the 5/3 plus c. Okay, now, like I said, it gets harder. Listen, it's still, well, okay, let's do this one. Okay, just be careful on your assumptions. And actually, we're going to do this one together. It's not particularly evil, but
All math is evil.
it's harder.
So that means it's.
Okay, I want you to find u and the du because you can do that. That's not evil.
This seems normal.
Oh, I brought yet.
I see it. This seems all nice. I like it.
Come on, Teku. You know nothing nice lasts for very long. Being in character.
Okay. What's u?
3x fourth plus 3.
3x to the 4th plus 3. What's du?
36.
No,
12x to the 3rd. Yeah.
12x cubed dx. So listen, don't make assumptions. So there's multiple ways you can do this. Okay? So you could turn this into what? This is 3 times 12, right?
Pull out the 3.
That's probably the easiest way to do it.
You just have to realize that du and what's in the equation is different.
It could be.
Okay, so when you do your substitution, you're only substituting 12x cubed dx for the du. So 12x cubed dx, that leaves you with the 3.
And can you pull the 3 out?
You can pull the 3 out in the front of the integral, which we talked about. So du, and then u to the 5th was correct.
Okay.
Okay, so this 3 out in the front is because you don't want to have to mess with that. That is a rule that if you have a constant in an integral, you can pull it out to the front. It's in your properties of integrals. Okay, so why don't you finish this one up for me? So Garrett, I would recommend power always up 1. Power up 1 first, and then figure out where to go from there. Caleb, go ahead. Yes, please do.
So you still. You just gotta think a little. You still have to do, the inside.
Okay, so the antiderivative of u to the 5th is 1/6 u to the 6th plus c. What are you doing with this? 1/2. Caleb said that if you were listening. He said you make that 1/2, and I said you have to make it 1/2.
Oh shoot, I kept it under an interval for some reason.
Okay, so with that idea, there you go. Try that one. Sorry, I don't know why it's not on the same level as its integral.
Lucky approach it right now, Joe.
Okay, now that I've had a chance to look at that, what's du? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't write down u, but there's du is 8x dx. What's the problem? There's no 8.
You take out that.
Pull a 1/8. Pull a 1/8 out.
Right? If you would like this to be an x dx, this is the other way you could have done the other one. If you would like this to be a plain old x dx, you got to make this guy be x dx, and the only way to do that is multiply by 1/8 or divide by 8, whichever way. There's no 8 here. So when you substitute it back in, it's got to be 1/8 du u to the 9th. So you can either do like this, where you change it up here. I could have done that down here also with this one, or up here with this one. I could have multiplied both sides by 3, and I would get the same result. The 3 is on the outside, and this would be 36x to the 3rd that I'm substituting. So I have 3 on the outside.
No, the 1/8 just comes to tell us. Yes.
Thank you.
What's the answer? Final answer. 1/80. 4x squared minus 1 to the 10th plus c. Because this guy, remember, power up 1 times the reciprocal of the power. So 1/8 times
See, I had the money on the inside, so I actually did more work.
David, have you taken the test yet?
I'm not studying yet.
Dude, the next test is coming up like next week, bro.
I'm studying, bro.
Okay.
Which is great, but you're always right. So you get the whole test right.
I'm probably
We got 12% in the class.
He's not in the gold star club.
9.
No, that's not. Yeah, I thought
That was a good
That's his grade, you said that's 9?
Maybe he got to 180.
Maybe.
How are you eligible if you're fat?
I'm not failing.
So you don't have to be.
You are failing.
Yeah.
I'm not failing, I'm just.
Yeah.
It's because I haven't taken the test, right?
Yes, David. How are you playing
I
chess?
don't think that's how that works.
Check them off.
Okay,
They don't check eligibility for that.
they should.
Yeah, that is.
Dude, I'm about to report you to Mr. Wall's
I was gonna say, if it's a sport.
It's not.
They like actually.
Oh no, they call you guys a sport.
Please be
Somebody called
quiet.
the other day for a sport and he was like, yeah, they're that's not.
Or is it a club?
Who said that? I think it's just a class.
It is.
Yeah, it's not.
Like,
Hello.
Everybody's-
None of my activities.
That seems fun.
Chess is not a sport.
Yep.
Being chess box-
So,
Yeah.
as you all are like, well, I can do this in my head. Yep, so can I. Okay. This is where you're looking. This is where you need to start looking at, you should be using use substitution. And the challenge here is finding the correct inside function.
Oh wait, you was just 4x.
You were just
It's
bragging.
4x.
Yeah, you are. You're bragging.
No, it's not 4x.
Wait. Oh no, it's everything.
Why is that the inside function? No, okay, yep, go ahead. Secant x tangent x. Look though, do you remember that I told you one of the first things about this is that you need to rewrite? This is secant to the fourth, secant of 4x to the fourth. Now you can really tell the inside function. Okay, so the u is secant 4x. Please go from there.
I thought he was talking about the front secant, and I was like, what are you talking about?
When your arthritis medicine was right here today. In 2 weeks, I won't have to take any breaks during those. And you'll be an academic.
David, what are your thoughts on the war?
Actually kind of peak, right?
No, Caleb.
You'd have to look like over your class to figure that out.
Okay,
I'm tired of gas being expensive.
what's du?
From the war?
Dude, you guys don't understand gas is
You know what?
because of the agenda.
Be quiet. This is a math class. What's du?
Secant x tangent x.
4 secant 4x tangent 4x. Because this is different because this actually has an inside function of itself. But once you recognize that, look at what it takes this to. What's after your substitution? What is it?
1/5 u to the 5th.
Sorry, u to the 4th du, right? With the integral.
Yeah.
So much easier than looking at this mess.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Garrett,
1/5 u to the 5th.
1/5 u to the 5th plus c, which is then 1/5 secant of 4x to the 5th plus c.
Can you use substitution with, like when we get a number and we have to like plug it back in?
For definite integral?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes. If you're just talking about straight up definite integral, yes.
Like if we had one with a chain rule that said you need to do this and we couldn't do it without.
Oh yeah, well then you have to use it.
Okay. So that's how we would do the ones that like usually you'd have to reorder. You said we learned a new way. Because like there were sometimes where there were like chain rule things and we could move them around so it wouldn't be chain rule.
That's a good question. I like it and I will answer it more later. Sometimes you can do it with this, and sometimes you can't. Because what has to happen is that you have to have the derivative has to mostly be present. So if it's not, then you have to expand it. Okay, I want you to do this one. You might put your belongings away when you're done with this problem. You may put your belongings away when you're done with this problem.
So I'm so ready for this problem. Wait, I think I'm having a problem.
I've met probably 7 rows already.
Don't talk about what?
Oh no.
What's wrong?
I'm collecting.
It's 9.
Don't worry about the sign right now.
Tell me crocodile.
Sign, but I can't get inside function.
Yes, you can.
Unless I half this.
Yes.
I'll have
so
sign.
Right? So careful.
Bro, my hand
That
hurts so
would be
bad.
fine.
I'm just gonna suck it up and not lick it.
Huh?
I can't
What about
do
it?
the problem.
You can do the antiderivative of sign. Don't panic until you've done the substitution.
Negative
okay?
cosine, bro.
That's what I would say. That's my wisdom. Don't
Is it
panic
just-
until you've done
Is
the
it just
substitution.
u to the nothing?
It's just sine of u, right?
Oh, wait.
Well, it's unit one.
Oh, sign up. Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I lied.
I see you driving around town.
I feel like I'm doing
What'd you get for you?
5x squared minus 3.
That's good.
That's fine.
Okay. So you're fine. You're not, you didn't. Like, yeah, but there's no penalty.
I know, it is
In the original problem.
I know, I promised that.
Oh, this is not this. Sorry. My fault.
Just missing.
Yes, but when you're on the right track. Remember when you do that antiderivative, right? Because you're doing.
But not the half.
So, can you put the answer on the board?
You guys can put your stuff away.
What's
And
the
leave. I'll see you tomorrow.
answer?
We're gonna go over it tomorrow. First thing. Do you want to tell me what you got? I'll tell you if you're right.